So yeah, we have. I'm really trying this thing at rabbit raising, and I think I'm like you. I don't want to raise animals in cages, so I have a colony. So I have a great big chicken area. Then within that, I have another area that my rabbits live. They have sunlight. I have a tree that grows in there.
Cool. And see, if you're growing I feed all my chickens out of my garden. You can feed all your rabbits out of the garden. You know, you can grow all this food, carrots. You know, I can grow tons of stuff in my orchard to feed your rabbits. So you don't have to buy any food for them. And again, that store-bought food is garbage anyway. It's all genetically modified. Sometimes it's usually fed with chemicals. So my chickens are eating a lot better than people who are paying.
You don't buy scratch or anything for your pellets?
No.
This is all just off your garden.
Look at pheasants and look at pheasants and wild turkeys in nature.
Yeah.
Who's feeding them grain?
True.
I intentionally grow things for my animals. You know, and you can for your rabbits. Just grow a lot of carrots, and all you do with carrots is throw the seeds out in the wood chips. They'll just grow fine. You don't have to plant. Just throw them. They'll grow great.
Yeah, I think you only eat eggs, right? You don't eat white meat or
No,
fish.
I don't. When I go to people's houses, people offer that, but I won't buy it. I won't eat it.
So you
just because of how it's not good for us to begin with, and then the animals are so abused today. They're really, you know, unless you're raising.
That's fine. What about raised animals? Would you
It's okay, but again, here let's just do the math. An animal is a dead carcass. Meat is a dead carcass. And then before you eat it, they hang it, which causes it to rot so that it's become more tender for you to cook. So now you're eating a dead, rotten carcass. Okay? After you eat meat, you immediately sit down and rest because you're very tired. Because all the blood in your body is going to the digestive system to try to break down this dead, rotten carcass. Then when you defecate, it comes out black and compacted and stinks. Are you tracking with me doing the math? Everything about this is saying this is not good for me. We were designed and created to be a plant-based consumer. Everything in nature is. And at the beginning, no one ate meat. At the end, when Jesus comes back, it says, even the predators in nature will eat. The lion will lie down with the lamb. We were never created to eat meat. Eating a meat came after the fall, after the flood, to compensate man's disobedience. It was not by design.
I like the idea of meat rabbits, so.
Yeah.
I enjoy meat.
But if you're going to eat meat, you might as well eat.
Yeah, I just look. I mean, I love my
The
animals.
flavor's nice. It's just I just my body responds to like that's heavy. You know.
My goal is to get away from the store-bought meat and all that stuff, and just have again, if I can eat rabbits, and I want to get some meat chickens.
You're going to be challenged to keep up with rabbits.
So right now, here's what I have: 3 does. Within that colony, I have a buck, but I keep him separate. So, but he's. And then so you'll breed I'll breed 2 at a time. I'm going to get another female because this is all new to me. I'll breed 2 together, and then at day 25, I'll take the doe, put her in a cage with the nesting box. When those babies are about 3 weeks old, I'll be able to reintroduce them to the colony. So I'll be out there, and then at about 10 or 12 weeks, you'll slaughter them.
I'm just telling you, I did it.
I've heard that,
With 2, I did it with 2.
Yeah.
With 2 does, and we could not, with 7 kids, keep up with it. Our
Really had that much meat?
They produce, rabbits. They talk about, they use that for a reason. They reproduce so quickly.
Every 30 days, right?
And so much, and it's like,
from
and it's just impossible to eat all that. It's just like.
Well, I figure if I can get 8, let's just say if I get 8. I did the
Here,
math.
I was worried that we wouldn't have enough meat.
No.
Well, I did the math, and my math, if I do my math and control it, and if I average 6 to 8 per litter, which is actually pretty good, I'll have about 75 rabbits a year.
You'll see now. You'll remember me telling you. You won't keep up.
And if not, then I'll give it away to.
You can sell it. I mean,
or give it. I don't like to. I give things away.
Yeah, I do too. I don't sell anything, but I'm just saying. But it's just and it's going to be good food. It's just.
Can it? Freeze it.
Yeah, and I'm not real experienced with rabbit. It's just these are all the things I feel like.
Do it too.
They're really. It's again scary how fast they reproduce and how they grow. It's just I couldn't keep up.
Are you raising those Norwegian whites or New Zealand whites? Yeah, the big white pink-eyed ones.
I was just listening to a prepper radio broadcast, and they had somebody on talking about meat rabbits, and they just mentioned a little bit about doing the colony thing. That was like 2-3 days ago, so I focused in when he said that, because I never heard of it before. But one of the things was that somebody mentioned in there in the chat that you need to have 2 males, one that breeds and one that's not breedable.
Like a neutered one?
Yeah, that is in there with them all the time. Something like that as an alpha. If you're putting them all the females in, you need a male.
Like the females fight or
I don't know.
like protection?
I didn't get that much into it.
I've heard the does can kind of. It seems like mine get along. I mean,
And I mean, I know very little
And I'm
about
learning
it,
too,
but
man. I'm
that's the
learning.
one thing that I heard was that, hey, you gotta have one in there all the time, and then one that comes in and services and then gets back out.
if you leave a male in there with he will literally hump himself to death. Because think about how nature works. With these rabbits, they're being eaten all the time. They're just such a high. So he'll see a female get his chance, and that might be the only time in his life. But when you put them in an unnatural circumstance and put them together,
Contain them.
and they literally will do it till they.
Well,
My
yeah.
rabbit lady says they'll do it and give themselves a heart attack
Wow, that's insane.
because it's an unnatural. They might only mate once or twice in their entire life. That's all the time.
In the wilds.
In the wild,
Right.
because there's thousands, there's hundreds of thousands, and all that they're getting eaten by wolves and coyotes and all this.
Eagles and everything.
Yeah, so we put them in an unnatural environment. They're just gonna. So anyways. It'll be challenging. It'll be fun.
Oh, but you, like I say, you're going to be blown away at the production.
We'll be tired of eating rabbit meat when it's all done. Huh?
Yeah, and like I said, we could not keep up. I just thought I had to get rid of them because my freezer just got totally packed.